Hi, everyone. Welcome to Training Tuesday. My name is Suzanne Castle. I'm here every Tuesday at this time, really just helping us all live a better, more joyful, exciting, mojo-making experience in this crazy world that we find ourselves sharing. And, there's been a lot of chatter lately about the law of attraction and how is it just kind of mumbo jumbo? Is it really weird? It's been really kind of manipulated in the last several years. And I thought it was time, as all month long I'm talking about abundance, to really share a little bit about how to understand it, what it really is, and maybe to begin practicing some of the law of attraction in your own life. I think a lot of people understand its popularity. They've heard a little bit about it. But the big question that I always bring when I begin to talk about this is, how can you incorporate the principles of the law of attraction into your daily existence? And, really, what is that? What is the law of attraction? So to do this correctly, I really want us to understand first what it is, what it means, what its guiding principles are. And then let's talk about a couple of practices that I think are easy to begin to unlock and practice in our daily living. Honestly, the law of attraction is pretty simple. It's easy to comprehend. Here is what it states in just a little bit of nugget, is that negative attracts negative and positive attracts positive. Negative attracts negative. Positive attracts positive. So the universe understands our subconscious, right? It's an energetic frequency thing. I know it's kind of woo-woo. Just stick with me for a minute. But what it is the universe then delivers things that are coming forward. It's based on our energy that we're putting out in our mind, right? I talk a lot about the power of your mind, your mindset, what it can bring, what it can repel, and how you are allowing those things to show up in your life. We spent a whole lot of time talking about negativity in my practice and how to banish that, get beyond it. And this is part of that, understanding that law of attraction. So we really want to understand the law of attraction, and that it can provide us with the rewards of joy and positivity and happiness. There are really some simple strategies that we can follow. So I want to spend just a moment helping you understand that. And if you're here live, let me know, drop a little something, an emoji, something, a little hey, to let me know that you're here checking in either live or on replay. So the first thing that I like to teach is really to always give thanks. I know that sounds simple, it sounds basic, but it's true. For us to really live into the law of attraction on a continuous basis, we must always give gratitude. Now, what this means is that no matter what's happened up to us in this point in life, in time, we profess thanks for it. Let that sit. Absorb that for a minute. No matter what we have up to this point in time in our lives, give thanks. Here's what that looks like. If you sincerely practice this on a continual basis, you're going to be rewarded with positive things. So you can reframe. Here is what I'd like to share a lot with people that are really in struggle mode, is that what are you learning about yourself? What are you learning about how you respond? What are you learning about how you don't want to be next time? That is still a way to give thanks. I am thankful for this experience and what I'm going through, so I know how to plan better next time. I know how to show up better next time. I'm really thankful for the fact that I got to eat today. Thank you, world, and your abundance in food, right? There are just some simple little shifts that we can make. And a good way to practice this, I think, on a daily basis is to give thanks each day. Like when you wake up, hey, I woke up today. Hey, world, what's going on? I want to be a part of that today. And at night before you go to bed, I use an app and I just jot down 3 things. And it's really nice when I'm just feeling kind of funky. I can go back to my app and I can look at all the things that I've been grateful for. And I really want to put myself in positive space before I go to sleep, right? I find my dreams are better. I find I sleep better. So it's important is it on the rising, on the laying down. So at these different times of the day, you could also set up an alarm system on your phone and go, I'm going to stop and I'm going to give gratitude for whatever is around me in that moment, because our subconscious mind is most receptive when we're intentionally making it so. So proclaiming that gratitude, it'll also keep you humble. It will remind you of all the good things in our lives. One of the things that I help my clients practice are what I call miracle walks, which is where you intentionally, mindfully walk. This is different than exercising. So this is you go out and about and you say, I am going to see a miracle on this walk. And then you open your mind to the possibilities, which means you can't have stuff flooded into your ears, right? You can't be so distracted when you're texting and walking. but it literally is saying, okay, what is around me that's a miracle? So I often give the example, if you're walking through kind of maybe a more industrial neighborhood, maybe you're on your lunch break from work and you see a dandelion sprouting through a broken piece of concrete where there's no other greenery anywhere. To me, that's a miracle. And in that moment, you can go, wow, resilience, nature, abundance. That is noticing the miracles around you. The second step to really practicing this law of attraction is to shatter the negativity. Oh, those negative thoughts, those negative feelings, they really do keep us stuck. And one way to really kind of transition into attracting abundance your way is to escape those patterns. So more than likely, if you're like me, your life is hectic, right? It's stress-filled. It's the world that we live in. And it's really easy to become frustrated and negative about all of the issues and all the situations and how hard life is and how things don't seem to be working out and how awful people are and this person doing that and that person doing this. It is so easy to be in that mindset. But according to the principles of the laws of attraction, we redirect those feelings immediately when we begin to feel them. And we remember that positive attracts positive. But we must also not forget that negative attracts negative. So in that moment, if you start off your day in like the crummy factor, guess what? Your day is going to be pretty crummy unless you shift it immediately. And because of this, if we only focus on the negative, we're going to continue to attract negative thinking. And the longer that you sit in negative thinking, the easier it is to just be negative. Every time you're going to see the worst possible outcome over the best possible outcome. So that's what gets reflected back to us. And then we're practicing that and we're living into that, which means then we're putting that out, which means more of it's coming our way, right? Crazy. So we must redirect our feelings immediately. Remember that positive attracts positive. Okay. And because of this, if we only focus on the negative, we're only attracting negative thinking back into existence. So for example, let's say that you're in a very long supermarket line. The self-checkout things are all just, really, really busy. You're frustrated. You're late to pick up your kids. Instead of thinking about how much you hate food shopping, think of your kids' faces when you make their favorite meal. Simple, right? But that little shift, your shoulders will drop back. Your breathing pattern will change. You'll be flooding your brain with more oxygen and you will just feel better in that moment. There are many people in this world who live a positive existence, even in some pretty dire circumstances. And those are the kind of people you must emulate and surround yourself with. So escape that negative thought pattern, those negative feelings as best you can. Notice when they happen and do an intentional shift. Okay. And then I think it's important to talk about voicing what you want. I know this is maybe a little strange and you're like, tell me more. Good. I'm glad you asked because here I am. So as per the law of attraction, if you request something, it will be brought to you. And I don't mean like, I want $1 million tomorrow, so $1 million is coming my way. That is perverting the law of attraction, and we're not going to do that work here. But if you want happy, sustained, successful children, if you want prosperity, notice I didn't say wealth or money. If you want prosperity in your life, if you want loving relationships all around you, if you want to be the most successful person in your job and career field, all of this can be yours, but it is the way that you request it through the subconscious mind that begins to attract opportunity to you. So for instance, if you'd like a loving relationship of friendly or romantic way to be brought into existence, what you do is you begin to truly picture yourself with that person or that group of friends. You picture it, you vision it, you put it out there. You imagine how happy you are. Where are you? What are you doing? How often do you guys meet? What are the smiles on their faces? What are you enjoying together? You begin to write it down. Every day, maybe you say, I am excited for when that kind of relationship comes my way. Remember that you must be sincere about this, right? It can't be like, ooh, I want all the things because I want all the things. That's not the way that this works. Only true positive energy will attract back positive things. You just can't fake that. You'll notice that I have my Rise hat on. So many of you know I have been lucky enough to be at the Rise event with Kristen Thompson over the last several years. And this hat constantly reminds me that I didn't know what I was doing in this kind of consulting world. And yet here I am doing the things and I rise up intentionally. I put this on and I go, how am I going to rise up today? What am I going to attract towards me today? Because you see, the law of attraction proves to us that our subconscious is a really powerful, amazing tool that can provide us with everything that is inside our heart, deep embedded in our soul, if we know how to use it correctly and if we're practicing. Remember, practicing over perfecting. So I hope this was a good way, a simple way for you to begin to understand and access this. I know I went a little over our 10-minute Training Tuesday segment, but I'm really glad that you stuck it out with me. My name is Suzanne Castle. Don't forget, negative attracts negative, positive attracts positive, and I want you to live an abundant, joyful, amazing week. I'll see you next time. Have a great day.